Jamie.
This is our test
Nice
lady.
to meet you.
Hi.
Chester, how are you?
Yeah.
Come on in.
And that's Ruben back there.
Hey, Ruben. What's up, man? And hopefully easy enough for you to...
Trying to fit through the door.
When you people come through, I have no control over who comes through or the information, but I'll always stay true to it.
Okay.
There is somebody who comes through that to me is 3 years or sooner has passed. Okay, so I hope you know nobody like that, but I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, that's how clear they are. There's also what I feel like is a male father figure. So I hope your dad's still alive. And if he is, to me, father-in-law, stepdad, grandpa puts himself on a fatherly level, otherwise mom or dad lost a brother. Okay, but there's a father energy. And as this person comes through, I can't breathe. I get a real heaviness in my chest. To me, last stages of cancer, congestive heart failure, pneumonia, and I'm done. Okay, but I need to say thank you for helping. Okay? He makes me feel like you're never appreciated that way. He loves you. And it makes me feel like I'm sorry. Okay? Whatever that is.
Never said sorry a day in his life.
You need to hear. Okay, old dogs can learn new tricks. You've been wanting to hear. You talk all the time. Listen. Remember, communication is sending and receiving.
He's the one that came to me.
Okay, and then I'm going to have to go, the dad figure's coming through.
Yeah.
Okay, and again, either it's really good guesswork or just maybe there's something to it. I got to say, even as much as he tried, because I feel he tried, I just feel like,
Stubborn?
it's like
Is that the word we're
frickin',
using?
yeah, don't piss him off. Good guy, but he'll stand up, no problem.
Yeah.
I'll tell you like it is. Besides that, grandma. You got a grandmother figure who comes through. Very strong, very loving, though, very compassionate.
Yeah.
She comes through like the icon of the family. I feel like people would go to her, not that she knew everything, because she didn't, but she could speak from her own life experience. And she'd go, you know, here's what I did and here's how it turned out. I hope that helps. She comes through very gracious, but very powerful. Okay, because she'll
That's
tell
an
you
under-
like it is, man.
Oh,
Boom.
yeah.
You know, it's
Wonder
funny,
where the
but-
other one got it from, right?
That makes sense. That don't fall too far from the tree. But I will also say that there seems to be a reconnection for your dad and his family. Okay? And I'm sure that they had phenomenal relationships. But I will say on the heels of that, right, he now has the understanding that there's respect, appreciation, and validation. I need to say thank you for what you say. Okay? And to me, if you don't light candles, someone's known for lighting candles. Okay? So whoever that is, thanks for lighting candles. Funny, if you don't, you'll see.
That's hilarious.
Coming from
oh
your
my
dad.
God.
Coming from your dad.
Well, because I go every year.
He kisses your... You hear him every once in a while too, okay? And you smell him, okay? Just a brief connect, but it's like, yeah, instantly gets you to mentally connect. Remember, mediumship is mental telepathy. That's it. Just sending and receiving information. I'm just slow, so I had to do it long enough to find out, okay, so that's what I'm doing. Because I always, fine line between the insane asylum, honey, and doing this stuff. So it's that balance that, because I was always hearing things and I was always seeing things, you start to think, you're nuts, man. But thankfully, like your family, my whole family was intuitive themselves. So I always had my mom to work with me. So for, 20 years, we studied all the different religions and thousands of books, and I wanted to understand where other people were coming from, so I had more of an affected well-roundedness to have compassion. How can I communicate if I can't even understand where the person's coming from? When they're on the other side, they reorganize that, meaning for us in the average human awareness, it is communication verbally. When you're doing it mediumship, it's mental telepathy. So they will shift from verbal words to feelings that shift into my English. I need all the help I can get, so I work with all the modalities. We're like tuners. If you're tuning into one channel, that's beautiful, but you're kind of limited. You only have one channel. Nobody's the same physically. They're certainly not going to be the same metaphysically. So I need a variety of channels to be able to connect. Some like classic, some like jazz, some rock and roll. So when I do readings, you'll hear me say, I feel this, or Dad's making me feel that. Like, that's, I don't know, but that's the language. So again, it goes around any roadblocks. It's that type of unlimited oneness. Okay, so those emotions, that soul connection, bypasses all the different languages and all the lack of comprehension and understanding and unifies you.
That was a really amazing thing. It was kind of really interesting to see or to hear him say things that totally made sense. When he was talking about my dad and my great-grandma, like, he nailed them to a T, their personalities, like everything about them. I'm not saying everything he said was 100% correct, but you know, the things that he did get right make me feel like the rest of it is likely to happen as well.
Empty space was once thought to be void of all energy, but actually it's been discovered that it's teeming with energy. And the space within spaces contains this energy as well. So if all in the physical world is made up of underlying energy, what's to say there aren't other dimensional realities paralleling ours perhaps, that are more subtle or invisible to our perception, that exist just as well? And that could be perhaps the home of our spiritual self, the other part of us that does survive the death process. Everything in the physical world is made up of atoms. Atoms are made up of subatomic particles. According to string theory, which marries quantum mechanics and Newtonian physics, everything underlying the subatomic particles are strings of vibrating energy. So, and in accordance with Einstein's E equals mc squared equation, energy and matter are essentially interchangeable. So what that means is underlying everything that we see is essentially energy in vibration. So how it manifests to our eye or our senses is just a matter of perhaps the shape of the string and the level or the rate of vibration. So after going through this personal exploration, it's given me even more confidence that there is something after this physical life and that we do go on. But it's also added a deeper meaning to the life while we're here and the importance of living today to the fullest. And it's taken me from worrying so much about tomorrow and spending all my energy on worrying about a day that may or may not be here and focusing more on today and the moment at hand, because ultimately that's what we have and we're not guaranteed anything more than that. And I would just say that I'm a happier person and I'm a more contented person than I used to be.
It's as if you've read my thoughts and